All right.
Did you give her a light?
Yeah, I just said this by special request
Yeah.
before I contemplate the song. All right, let me get these guys going.
No, just wait a minute. Everybody's here. Everybody's here.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, you got to get them going. It's after 10. It's after 10:30. Yeah. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to our wonderful home. This morning we got the sun shining. Let's all stand and let's sing. I am so grateful. Here we go. I'm thankful, so grateful. I am one in the spirit all around me. I'm grateful, so thankful. I trust in God. Say it again. Oh, I'm thankful, so grateful. I am one in the spirit all around me. So grateful, so thankful. I trust in God. I'm thankful, so grateful. I am one in the spirit all around me. I'm thankful, so grateful. I trust in God. I surrender. I surrender. I surrender. I am one in the spirit all around me. I surrender. I surrender. I trust in God. Say it again. I surrender. I surrender. I surrender. I am one in the spirit all around me. I surrender. I surrender. I trust in God. I'm so thankful. I'm thankful. So grateful. I am one in the spirit all around me. I'm thankful. So grateful. I trust in God. Trust in God. I trust in God. I trust in God. I trust in God. Yeah. Woo. Yes.
So if you don't already know him, this is Reverend Andy Anderson, our incredible musician today. Yeah. I'm Kimberly Hawkins, Senior Minister here, and it is always my pleasure to welcome you to Center for Spiritual Living Rogue Valley in partnership with Unity of Medford. So we like to say that we are a radically inclusive, spiritually progressive faith community dedicated to teaching spiritual tools to transform personal lives and help make a world that works for all beings, all people. If you're here for the very first time, I'm not sure if I see any brand newcomers, please raise your hand. Anybody here first time? Oh, welcome. We're so glad. We're just going to give you a little love. Glad you could join us. And since Viv's pointing out you to us, I'm assuming you got a welcome packet. We're so glad you're here. We also like to welcome everybody watching us online, either live or later on, and welcome to you too if you're a first-time viewer. Let's see, I have a few people to introduce. Up on the platform with us is Reverend Bonnie Anderson, related to this guy. She's a practitioner. She'll be doing our reading and invocation today. And Reverend Stephanie Clark is holding high watch, meaning she's praying throughout the service for everybody here and everyone watching online. It's a beautiful practice. Our video crew is back there. Let's see, today we've got Bill Miner, Connie Miner, Corey Rennick, and Tom Rennick on sound. Am I missing anybody? Thank you. And I just want to say before we sing Happy Birthday, because it's the first Sunday in October, that you may notice some extra energy going on this morning. We, our ecclesiastical team, meaning all our prayer practitioners and ministers, just got back from a 2-day retreat in Roseburg. And it was amazing, and we are on fire. So I'm going to say right now, when prayer is offered at the end of the service, come on and get some of that, because they are ready to pray with you. And I also just want to recognize Reverend Michelle Ariano is back with us today, as is her sister, Carrie Harper. Raise your hand, Carrie. Carrie and Michelle were at the retreat as well, because Carrie is one of our 4 Prac 2 students, including Corey Rennick and Kathy Green and Morel Wyeth. And so it was an awesome time. You're going to be hearing some more about it. We each said a personal declaration, and that's going to be the reading today. And I was so moved when we were around the circle at the end of the retreat and people declared where they were at with spirit, that I said, let's read it to the community. You won't know exactly whose declaration is whose, but soak them up, they're powerful. Okay, I think that's it except for the birthday song. So it's the first Sunday in October. So if you are having a birthday this month, would you please stand? Yes, Corey, who had his birthday as we began our retreat. Kathy, Linda.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, happy birthday. We sure do love you. Thank you, Andy. Thank you all. I'm going to turn it back over to Andy to prepare us for our invocation, our opening prayer and reading. And as always, after this particular song, I'm going to ask you to hold your applause as we go right into prayer.
This song, this contemplative song, I'm going to do it by special request. Traveling down life's highway, full of goodness and grace. I wake up every morning with a smile upon my face, 'cause I know everything I need to know, but I know there's still more to know. So I don't say no, let spirit flow and let it continue to grow, and know that I feel alright when I'm flowing with the river of life. I feel alright, 'cause I'm one with the love and light. I feel alright when I'm flowing with the river of life. I feel alright, 'cause I'm one with the love and light. You see, everything I need in the universe is right here, right where I am. It's all that I need to set myself free. I just give thanks and let it be. I can let myself see all my good that comes to me. It's time to start to do my part and let it start living in me. I know I am so full of love. So I don't say no, let spirit flow and let it continue to grow, and know that I feel alright. Oh, when I'm flowing with the river of life, I feel alright, 'cause I'm one with the love and light. I feel alright. Oh, when I'm flowing with the filled with love and light. Said I feel alright, flowing with the river of life. I said I feel alright right now, 'cause I'm one with love and light. I said I feel alright right now, 'cause I'm one with love and light. I feel alright, said I feel alright in every part of my life. I feel alright, said I feel alright in every part of my life. I feel alright when I'm flowing in the river. The river. When I'm flowing with the river of life.
Hey, it's all right, even though we don't have a quiet introduction to this opening invocation. I know that we are all flowing with the river of life. We feel it. We feel the flow this morning. We feel the high vibration of the congregation of this place, this holy place, because wherever we walk is sacred ground. So this morning, I welcome everyone to open your heart to the love and light that is here, to embody the words that Reverend Kimberly speaks, and the music, and all of the things that come together that make this a wonderful time to spend Sunday morning together. So open your hearts, open your minds, and be prepared to be in this high vibration energy of love and light. I am grateful. I am so grateful for this moment in time that we share together. The only time we are all each together like this. And I say, thank you, God. Thank you, God. And please join me in saying, and so it is. So, I wanted to, Kimberly asked me to read the declarations. As Kimberly said, we all met. Oh, first of all, I would like all the ministers and practitioners that were at the retreat to come and stand up in the front, please. We had a wonderful retreat, and it ended in each one of us making a personal declaration with all that we had learned, with all that we had embodied. We went within and came up with these wonderful personal declarations. And they're very powerful. I'm going to read each one. And you won't know, as Reverend Kimberly mentioned, you won't know who each one is attributed to, but you can feel the power in these declarations. So just relax and open and embody these yourself. I freely experience my life fully and without the limitation of other people's wants and expectations. As I embrace my authentic life and my sacred yes, as I open to my infinite and unlimited potential. And so it is. I am a radiant being of abundance and light, a light changer, light worker, and light maker, creating transformative experiences to awaken the divine potential in me. I am a mystical receptacle for all the good God has for me now. Free of worry, free of control, I am surrendered in faith to allow all that belongs to me by divine right. I open to being fully present wherever I am, of not allowing the fear of what might happen stop me from stepping into what is in front of me. I have places to go, I have people to see, I have things to do, and I'm ready. I declare a new open clarity and ability to participate and contribute to the good, to the evolution of the world that works for everyone, loving deeply. I am free, joyful, light-filled, infinite soul who allows the divine to take the wheel. And so it is. I reclaim and reveal the beauty and the truth within myself that connects me to all of spirit. I declare that I am a being who lives fully into the grand and glorious vision for which I was sent, and I let the spiritual chips fall where they may. Today, I declare to live with integrity, with ease, peace, and grace. I use my superpowers for eternal goodness. I am more and more letting go of the small me and find I am more and more filled with the big me. I claim a shift that allows a way of being in open and loving communication with the presence, knowing that I have released all that has been in the way, and life now sings through me in radiant ecstasy. I declare I am one with the Spirit indwelling, loving, guiding me in each moment. I am awesome, beautiful, and wise in many ways. I am perfect as I am with no need to compare with anyone. I am who I am. I own my power and freedom as I step into my true self. I am a mighty moving power for good in this present moment, moving forward in a bold new way, going where no man has gone before. I am free, I am unlimited. There are no chains that bind me. I am free, I am unlimited right now, right now. And please join me in closing with, and so it is.
Before we sing another song, I just wanted to mention that in addition to everyone who stood up here, Reverend Laura Stewart was with us this weekend. She's with our teens in the other room, and Carol Wythe, our practitioner who couldn't be here today. So, oh, Linda's not here? Oh, Linda and Reverend Laura are with the youth. I didn't see Linda this morning. Okay, yeah, so we're mighty. Thank you all, and take it away, Andy. And also, Reverend Abigail Scherer from Seattle was the facilitator, and her declaration was among those that you heard today, and she did an awesome job. Okay, Andy, take it away.
Everywhere I go, I see God in the flower and the trees. Oh, I see God in the love that's you and me. Oh, I see God. You and me, so beautiful to see. I'm living in the moment's all there is. I'm alive, awake, and aware, with my good flowing everywhere. It's all I am, all I'll ever be. Oh, I am God. So everywhere you go, just see God. In everything you do, oh, just see God. Express the beauty in you, oh, just see God. Oh, God is you and me, so beautiful to see. I'm living in the moment's all there is. I'm alive, awake, and aware, with my good flowing everywhere. It's all I am, all I'll ever be. Oh, I am God. So everywhere I go, all I see is God. God in you, God in me. Everywhere I go, all I see is God. God is you, God is me. Everywhere I look, all I see is God. Oh, God is you and me, so beautiful to see. I'm living in the moments all there is. I'm alive, awake, and aware, with my good flowing everywhere. It's all I am, all I'll ever be. I am God. So everywhere I go, just see God. In everything you do, yeah, just see God.
Andy Anderson, thank you so much. That is our belief, that if God is all there is, each one of us is a unique expression of that one life. And so we may not always see it, but there is only God to see. Thank you so much, Andy, for that reminder. We are continuing this month our theme, Adventures in Faith, which is a theme we do every fall to celebrate and remember the infinite abundance of the divine. And when we talk about abundance, we're not just talking about financial abundance. We are, because there is a flow that we are each to receive, our good, but we're talking about abundance of all kinds. Love, harmonious relationships, fulfilling work, and creative self-expression, vibrant health, all of it. We believe it is indeed God's pleasure to give us the kingdom. So we celebrate that this month. And as I said last week, we used to call this series Adventures in Prosperity. But what we realized was prosperity is always here, but we need faith in order to receive it. So last week, my talk was called Creating the Mold. Just as pig iron, our founder Ernest Holmes said of Science of Mind, he said, just as pig iron has no form of its own, it's liquid when it's melted down, and it takes the shape of molds that we provide it, so this unformed substance, this infinite energy of the universe, the soil, if you will, if you know our teaching symbol, is always present, but it's unformed until we provide a mold, until we provide what we sometimes call a mental equivalent. What is it we want to experience? And we pray for that, and we go into a feeling of what it would be like to receive that, and the universe fills it. So if we lift up a little thimble to that ocean of good, we get a thimble full of good. But if we're really willing to accept all the good available to us, wow, our world can be rocked, literally. So today I have entitled the talk, Patience, Grasshopper. Oh, and the other thing I wanted to mention about last week is I encouraged us all to experience a trust fall. Some of you have been in little workshops where you're encouraged to fall back and have someone catch you. And I was saying that this week I wanted us all to experience a trust fall with the divine, to really trust that even if things aren't exactly the way we want right now, that we trust the divine good to come into our lives. So anybody do that? Remember to do a trust fall into the divine good, Kathy. So patience, Grasshopper. I realized when I looked at my notes, I actually used this talk title back in 2015 when I first came to Center for Spiritual Living Rogue Valley. And we as ministers tend to say when you set a title for a class or a talk, the universe gives you an opportunity to experience what you're talking about. I see Reverend Michelle nodding her head. So back then, some of you may have been here, I had just moved here. The apartment I had rented at the time was not going to be available for 3 weeks, so I was living in an RV on Bear Creek. It was lovely, actually. Someone lent it to me, drove it down from Portland, and I had arranged for my sister, Reverend Kristen Hawkins, to come up after the 3 weeks when my apartment was available, and my movers told me that my stuff would arrive. How many of you have ever made a cross-country move with movers that didn't arrive when they said they were going to arrive? So week after week, I was up there, and I didn't have my clothes all with me. I didn't have my bed with me. I didn't have my pots and pans, but it all worked out. But I had to chuckle because I was being taught to have patience, Grasshopper. So it's interesting. I heard this little thing that's cute. Patience is something you admire in the driver behind you, not so much in the driver ahead of you. And I heard a little story that I'm going to share with you that I just love. Well, first of all, we're human. And so even though we're people of faith, we experience impatience sometimes with ourselves, yes, with other people, and with the circumstances in our life. Anybody in here ever experience impatience? Anybody? I would think all hands would go up. So here's a cute little story that I love. It's a little teaching story. There was a man who was very lonely in his life, and he wanted to do something to change his circumstances. And he decided that if he adopted a pet, it would help him feel connected and loved and loving. So he goes to the pet store, and he asks the pet store owner to please recommend the most unique pet he had. And the owner thought for a minute and said, "I've got just the thing for you." And he brought out a centipede. And he put him in a little box, and he gave him to the man, and the man paid and took the centipede home. And that night, the man was feeling particularly empowered, and he thought, I want to go out on the town. And you know what? Maybe I should take my new companion with me. So he went over to the box and said, "Mr. Centipede, would you like to go out on the town with me tonight?" Silence, no answer. So he decided to raise his voice a little bit and get a little closer. "Mr. Centipede, I'm inviting you to go out on the town with me tonight. Will you come?" Still no answer. He got impatient. He picked the box up and screamed at the centipede, "Mr. Centipede, did you hear me? I want to go out on the town. Will you come?" And he hears a little voice coming from the box, and it says, "I heard you the first time. I said yes. Have a little patience. I need to put on my shoes." And it's a silly story, but when we ask for something from God, from the universe, the answer is always yes. However, it is not necessarily in the timing, in the form, in the way that we think, because there are so many other things that have to be prepared, just like the centipede having to put his shoes on. So as synchronicity would have it, anybody read the Science of Mind guide for today? Yeah, what was it about? Patience. And I really like this because it explains the story that I think that little joke explains. This is a quote from Oprah Winfrey. "You can have it all, you just can't have it all at once." So this is a quote from Ernest Holmes from the Science of Mind magazine, 1932. "In visualization, our thought creates a mental picture so what we talked about last week, the mold, the mental equivalent of a desire, and presents this image to mind with the full expectancy that its accomplishment is now a fact. We like to say, in the mind of the divine, the prayer is already done, but we just may not see it in the physical form yet. Meanwhile, we should patiently and expectantly wait for the law of evolution or unfoldment to bring the object of this visualization into our experience. We should always remember that the law need not be coerced. It needs to be recognized and consciously used. It takes the direction of our thought and itself finds the way, methods, and means of manifestation. Thus, it has been written that it is not by personal power nor might, but by the Spirit. So when we pray our 5-step affirmative prayer, which we have in our philosophy, the last step is what? I release the word, knowing it's done. I don't have to make it happen. I let it go and trust and patiently expect the outcome to be delivered to me when the timing is right. And that's not always easy because we want to control. Now, it doesn't mean we don't treat and move our feet. We like to say, treat meaning pray and move our feet. If we are guided, maybe I'm looking for a relationship. I know somebody that was looking for a relationship and got the guidance to go to the gas station to fill up her car. And while she was filling her, she met her future husband. I mean, we got to listen and follow guidance, but we don't have to feel like, I'm going to figure this out and I'm going to make this happen. So here's other thoughts from this guide, which I think are so pertinent to the message I wanted to relay today. Few of us enjoy waiting. The advice to have patience while time ticks by does not help, especially when we're unclear what precisely it is we're supposed to expect. Yet most manifestations are not instantaneous. A manifestation, a demonstration, an answer to prayer. All must become ready for their roles. All must become ready for their roles. Maybe that husband she wanted wasn't ready when she first said the prayer, right? Just like the centipede wasn't ready with his shoes on to go out to dinner. The law need not be coerced, Holmes says, and let's add to that, neither do people need to be coerced. Sometimes we like to, anybody like to control somebody else if they could? Finally, for instance, the right job is now forming in mind, soon to appear in dimensionality. If one place isn't hiring, somewhere else is. If one situation isn't a fit, that's an invitation to move on to what perfectly suits us. Seeking a new home, I know some of us are. Unless it's being built from the ground up, somebody else is currently living in it. Either way, it takes time as the world measures it. Our work is in mind, conceiving of it as already done, then the law takes it from there. So I want us, as we think about this adventure in faith, knowing that the abundance of the universe is infinite, it's unlimited. We can have abundance in all areas of our lives, but we cannot necessarily have it like that. And we have to let go of exactly the form, exactly the timing. Making sense? Not always easy, but simple. So, this was evident, this idea, when recently we hired a consultant to help us do a survey about whether we were ready to start a capital campaign to purchase or rent a new, bigger building that had room for our youth program and so on. And the answer came back when we talked to many people in the community, not yet. It doesn't mean a no, it just means not now. And so we trust and know that as we love the place we're in fact, one of the things that our practitioners decided to do, one committee that was addressing the building issue, decided that we're going to go out and beautify Triangle Park out here. The park where a lot of homeless people live, and it's going to be an ongoing project because homeless people will continue to need that space, but we're going to beautify it. We're going to make beautiful what we have and be grateful for what we have, and that's one way to prepare the way for the next iteration. Love it. Patience is defined in the dictionary by the ability, that's a cute one. It's the bearing of annoyance, misfortune, or pain without complaint, loss of temper, or irritation. Ooh, the bearing of annoyance, misfortune, or pain without complaint, loss of temper. Also, it's the ability to suppress annoyance, restlessness, or anger when confronted with delay. Because if we have faith, we can accept what is now. We don't have to deny the condition that is now, but we can know that it's possible for a shift to happen, right? This is another little cute definition. Patience is the ability to idle your motor when you feel like stripping your gears. My sister Kristen, who was a minister for 18 years, she's actually my younger sister, but she was here with me when I did that original Grasshopper talk, and it was cute. She had this definition for patience. She called it constant consciousness. So in other words, the constant consciousness of the goodness of the divine, of the infinite abundance of the universe, and knowing it's on its way even if we can't see it. I liked that. Patience is constant consciousness. A Course in Miracles has a little paragraph about patience in the teacher's guide, because patience is a quality of the teacher of God, and I would say we're all teachers of God in here. Patience, the Course says, is natural to those who trust. If we know the outcome is going to be good, why wouldn't we have patience? It also says, those who are certain of the outcome can afford to be without anxiety, right? We don't have to worry. So the idea that patience is definitely linked to faith. If we're doing adventures in faith, we need to remember to have patience. The Buddhists, say that it's attachment to certain outcomes and grasping for what we want that are the cause of suffering. So there's nothing wrong with having an idea of what I want in my life, but to be attached to a certain job, a certain relationship, a certain outcome, and then it doesn't happen, we suffer. When we grasp at something that just is out of reach, we suffer. So if we don't want to suffer, we can fall, we can do that trust fall and have faith and have patience. So I wanted to share my declaration. We made the declarations from the Prac Retreat anonymous. They were so powerful. I was so moved as we went around the circle, you can imagine, as each person spoke their declaration. But I wanted to share mine because when I got home this morning, when I looked at it, I realized my declaration is all about accepting the abundance of the universe. So I'm going to read it to you. I am a mystical receptacle for all the good God has for me now. Free of worry, free of control, I am surrendered in faith to allow all that belongs to me by divine right. Ooh, I got chills. Because isn't that right? I mean, everything, God is not up there saying, you're not going to have this, and I'm going to punish you, and I'm going to withhold. That is not the God we know. And so if we can trust that everything that belongs to us by divine right is on the way, what a beautiful feeling. I am going to publish all of those declarations in this week's newsletter, because it could be that one of them you might want to adapt or even change a little bit for your own purposes, but they are very powerful. So before I close, there's a couple things I wanted to mention. In my class, The Mystical Path, we had an interesting discussion last week about a paradox. And here's the paradox. In the book we're reading by Wayne Teasdale, the title is The Mystical Heart. He says this. He says, since life is ever changing, I think we'd agree that that's true, there is no ability to control life. The desire or need to exert control adds to one's suffering. It's true, right? I mean, a lot of times life happens. Sometimes we feel like we don't want things to change. This is just perfect. Sometimes we don't want our children to grow up or leave the nest or, all the things, the crazy things we wish for. So on the one hand, we can't control life. On the other hand, this is the paradox, in our Science of Mind, what we believe statements from our founder, Ernest Holmes, he says this. We believe that the universal spirit, which is God, operates through a universal mind, which is the law of good. It's the second. This is God, spirit, thought. This is the soil, the unformed substance that says yes, and this is the physical universe that's the result. So it is the law of God works through a universal mind, and that we are surrounded by this creative mind. We're surrounded by that aspect of the divine that is responsive, that is subjective to our thought. and that which receives the direct impress of our thoughts and acts upon it. Now, this is the part that is a real paradox here to what I just read from Wayne Teasdale. We believe in the healing of the sick and control of conditions through the power of that mind. Say what? How do you mesh those two, right? We had a beautiful discussion about that. And I think that the truth is, life is ever changing. There are going to be things that happen in our life that we don't choose, that we don't want, and we don't have control over everything. First of all, everybody's prayers, everybody's wishes are being seeded into that one mind, right? So it becomes so important, especially when I think of the pre-election period, if we as a collective can all have the mental equivalent, the mold, the desire for peaceful interactions, for respectful views of somebody who's going to vote differently or has a different opinion. If we can envision a world that does work for everyone, and a nation that is willing to be a democracy where different views are honored, you see, we come together and there's power in that collective intention. But in the meantime, no matter what area of life we're talking about, there's many factors going into what we're experiencing. So that's true. But on the other hand, if we can have faith the size of a mustard seed, Jesus taught, we can say to that mountain, move henceforth, and it shall move. In God, there is no little or big prayers. This is a miraculous, all-powerful, all-knowing, ever-present energy of love. So what's with little or big? It can do miracles in any aspect of our life. So you see how both can be true. We don't have control, and yet this power that loves us is responsive, and we can change conditions no matter what the conditions may be in our life. So accepting what is, but also realizing conditions are temporary effects and are changeable. Like the pig iron, we can hold the mold. We can have what it is we most desire. And I think that's true for our personal lives, our life as community here, and our life for a nation. I don't know how many of you are following the morning, I know Rev Michelle is the morning messages from Science of Mind and New Thought teachers centering us in this pre-election period. It's a beautiful practice. Our thoughts are powerful. They're powerful. Normally I would go into prayer right now, but we have something really special to do today. When I found Science of Mind, I found Unity first and then Science of Mind. I found an organization and a community in Phoenix, Arizona that supported me through my darkest times, through times of doubt, worry, lack of faith, and I found a home where I felt my spiritual family dwelt. And it was a beautiful thing, and I decided to become a member, first of Unity Phoenix and then of New Vision Center in Phoenix. You know, not only to fortify my faith, if you will, but to challenge me to rise to new levels of faith and trust in God, and to have the courage and commitment to be who I came here to be. And I think that's what this teaching can do for each and every one of us. So for some of us, when we find a place that supports us in feeling and remembering the truth, we're drawn to make a commitment, a choice to claim this place as our spiritual home. Today, we're going to celebrate 4 people. Is that God calling? We're going to celebrate 4 people in our spiritual community who have found such a place here at CSL Rogue Valley Unity of Medford. They've chosen to make a commitment. Those people are the new members we are welcoming today, and I'd like to ask them to come forward now. Please hold your applause until they get up here. So we have DeLacy Patterson. We have Elise. Mom, is Elise here? Oh, shoot, okay. Elise lives she used to live right across the street. She's just recently moved, which is probably why she couldn't be here today. Carrie Harper, who lives in Texas, but who has joined our practitioner 1 and now 2 classes online. And the 4th member is Linda Erlin, who unfortunately is under the weather this morning, so she couldn't be here. So let's clap for you two. Why don't you come together in the middle here? I've invited Kathy Green, who is our board president, up as well. And yeah, Andy, you can tickle us now if you would. So each of you, all 4 of you, have made a choice to join and become a member, an official member of CSL Rogue Valley Unity. Each of you has seen enough of the truth of oneness expressed here in this community to make a commitment to it and to yourself. The commitment you make is expressed as a covenant signed by a member of our board, Kathy Green. And I'm going to read this covenant because all of you who are already official members once signed this covenant, and it's quite powerful. So I do freely choose membership to the Center for Spiritual Living Rogue Valley in partnership with Unity. As a member of CSL Rogue Valley, I'm making a personal commitment to experience and express the grandest divine idea of myself and others, to participate in CSL Rogue Valley activities with a high level of ownership, to spend time in prayer and meditation for the highest good of this center, to practice the universal principles taught in religious science and unity by applying them in my life to the best ability of my ability to do so. And this is a really important one, folks. It's a no gossiping, no triangulating, let's be authentic with each other rule or guideline. For the resolution of any challenges or conflicts I might face, either in this community or in my life, to turn first to prayer treatment and meditation, secondly to a practitioner or other spiritual support person, and thirdly to speak with clarity and honesty only to the person involved. That's a powerful commitment, yeah. And finally, to support CSL Rogue Valley with time, treasure, and talent in a consistent, committed, and identifiable way. If this is what you both agree to, would you please answer yes?
Yes.
Thank you so much. It's like a wedding, right? Now, today is also about our commitment as a community to you. We talked about this in our new members class. So my and our commitment to you is to see the precious and awesome being you are and to support you on your spiritual journey to know the truth for you, even when you forget, because we do sometimes forget, don't we? I believe this congregation is ready to make that commitment to you, to see you in your spiritual magnificence, to see you as the face of God, which Andy sang about earlier, didn't he? Perfect. So, and to remember the spiritual truth of who you are. If you, members and congregants, are willing to join in that commitment to them, please join me in singing to them, Face of God. I think we have the words up here. And while you do that, we're just going to welcome you. And Kathy has a gift for you as board president. It's a certificate for a free session with one of our ministers or practitioners.
You are the face of God. I'll hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I'll hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. One more time. You are the face of God. I'll hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. You are the face of God.
Now we can clap. Thank you so much. Go ahead and have a seat when you're ready, and we'll pray. And we're going to bless our two members who weren't able to be here, both Elise and Linda. So I feel a bit of magic in the air today. And I choose to call that magic divine love. Infinite presence. All-powerful, all-knowing, knows the hairs on our head, knows the desires in our hearts, even before maybe we're aware of them. All-powerful, all-knowing, omnipotent. With God, all things are possible. It's this essence, this energy, this creative urge that created the entire visible universe, that created each one of us, fashioned it out of itself. We are made of that same sacred cloth. Therefore, we are not only one with the divine, we are one with each other, all made from that same cloth. And I absolutely know that the heart of God, the intentions of God, are nothing more than the highest and best good for each one of its creations. The will of God is only for that, never against us. And so if we can, as Emerson said, get our bloated nothingness out of the way and know that as much as we have desires in our heart, God knows, and God knows avenues to deliver that good, the timing that is perfect. So if we can hold that mold, create that mental equivalent, feel what it feels like to have everything our heart wants, and let go of the timing, let go of control, have that trust fall, and simply have patience like the grasshopper. By the way, a grasshopper can jump from here to there 20 times its length. So while we tend to compare with somebody else, like why am I not having as much money or as much love or as much health or whatever, in an instant, like the grasshopper, we can jump ahead when God deems it the perfect time, in love, never withholding anything. So this Adventures and Faith season, I know for each of us that we do practice that trust fall, that we practice patience, that we are the presence of love for ourselves, for our community, and for the world at large. We see each other and ourselves as the face of God, the face of the divine. We all are that. We are so rich. We are so blessed. We are so loved. Let's be open to that and know that for each other when we forget. I give such great thanks for this beautiful community, for our board members, our practitioners, our new members, our existing members, and those who are simply coming to enjoy and be a part of this lovely, lovely gathering, reminding us of the truth. And I give a special thanks for the wonderful retreat we had this weekend. We will be feeling the ramifications of that empowerment for many, many weeks to come. And so if there's a particular prayer on your heart this morning for yourself or for someone else, I'd like you to hold it in your consciousness as we say a blessing, knowing that all prayers are heard, and the consciousness of this community knows that for you, for your loved ones, for the world, and especially right now for this nation as we get through these next few weeks leading up to our election. Let's envision a beautiful world that works for all as a result. So I simply release this prayer, knowing, like all prayers, it's heard, it's answered, it's done, and we say together, so it is, amen.
Every day I'm so grateful, thankful. Oh, it's a new day on my horizon. All that I am, all I can be. Oh, it's just the gratitude shining through me. Nature gives to me perfect place to be. I keep on loving myself so I can see there's only beauty in you, beauty in me. Oh, let's all stand stand up together and let the whole world see. So grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful. My life is so good. Precious and good. Now listen. With every breath I take, with every step I take, it takes me higher on my path of awakening. See through the eyes of love, there's only one of us. So let's be grateful for all that's been given us. No need to live in fear. All of life is His all. Come on in love and let the love come stepping in. Smiling faces, warm embraces. Oh, let's all stand up and let the whole world know I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful. I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful. Every day is so grateful. Oh, so thankful. Every day I'm grateful. I'm so thankful. Oh, so grateful. So thankful. Every day I'm grateful. So thankful. So grateful. Woo! I'm so thankful. Oh, so grateful, so thankful every day. So grateful. Yes, I am.
Andy Anderson.
Woo!
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 Oh my. All right. Time for tithes and offerings, and I've been asked to tell you, now that we have the chairs instead of the pews, we're going to start putting the envelopes, in case you want to give a cash donation. The envelopes are in the back when you come in, but if you need an envelope today, please raise your hand, and one of the ushers will give you one when they come by. We know that a lot of you give online, so please bless the basket for now. Keep your hand up. Go ahead, Sarah. And so we're going to get in the habit now as we walk in. An usher will have an envelope for you if you need it, but no worries. We can always give you one. We're glad to give you an envelope. A big thanks to those who continue to support us. We are a thriving community, and I am very blessed to be able to say that's not true of all churches and spiritual centers right now. So let's say our giving affirmation together. Graciously I give from a place of love, knowing that as I give, so do I richly receive, and so it is. Thank you, Vivian and Ellen.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
He's prepared for us today, and because it's birthday Sunday, ooh, Ginny made chocolate cakes today. Is there, Ginny, is there a gluten-free one too now? Or, oh man, isn't she the best? Ginny and Michael. A few announcements. If you're not already receiving our newsletter, it comes out via email every Wednesday morning. Please sign up. I guess the sign-up sheet's in Bosworth Hall. So I'm not going to go over everything that's happening every week because we have things that are happening every week. Please consult the newsletter for that. But I will say our travel club, headed up by Ellen and Anita, I believe, is meeting. They're doing a big cat sanctuary trip this Saturday and lunch in Cave Junction. So check the newsletter for more information or see one of these ladies. You want to raise your hand too, Anita and Ellen in the back. We, as many of you know, have had a buy a chair fundraiser because we have 61 of these chairs that we brought in when our pews went out the door. We need to buy 20 more. And 11 chairs have already been purchased out of those 20. So thank you to all of those who did that. Yeah. There's still an opportunity. If you'd like to buy a chair for $50, you can either write a check or go online and just designate it, for chairs. That would be wonderful. There's something really big happening here next week. You are not going to miss it. Reverend Stephanie Clark's going to come up to tell us. Melissa Felipe, Z. Egloff will be our guest speakers, and something happening before Sunday, right?
Before Sunday. Good morning, everyone. So Saturday night, 12th of October, please come for our concert. Melissa and Z are going to do a concert here. Who's heard of them? They're quite well known in the movement. Yes, many of you have. That's fantastic. So you know they're high energy. They create their own music. They create their own. Everything's CSL, New Thought. It's all uplifting music, and we're going to rock here in this sanctuary. So it starts at 6:30 Saturday night. Put that in your diaries. Or your calendar, you say. And also, it's $25 as a suggested love offering. That means if you have $25, that's beautiful. If you don't, come anyway, pay what you've got. If you have more than $25, that's going to be gratefully accepted and received. And Melissa and Z are going to do a 50-50% split with the community here, which is a very generous offer from a visiting artist. So this is a fundraiser, but it's going to be fun, it's going to be wonderful, and please come. So that's Saturday night. And then, as Reverend Kimberly just mentioned, on Sunday they're going to be leading the service. So you can come back for more Melissa and Z energy on Sunday morning. Did I say it all?
Do you need volunteers?
Oh, yeah. That's why I'm up. I need volunteers. So the kind of volunteer roles that you'll be playing, if you choose to volunteer, you'll be ushers, you'll be greeters. Melissa and Z need 2 people to help them at their table, just to help them with signing their mailing list. So it's easy jobs. Some of you have already ushered, some of you have already greeted people at the door. That's it. So please come and see me afterwards if you want to volunteer in any capacity, and I'll find a space for you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Steph. So Melissa and Z are both ministers in our movement as well as musicians. They'll be doing the talk, and I'm going to post, when they were here last time at Scottish Rite Center, we were like 100 people on our feet singing along to Fortify Your Faith. Did anybody remember that? I mean, they are incredible. So bring your friends to the concert, and perhaps it would be a good Sunday to bring your friends to Sunday. And I think Rev Steph needs 2 people to help them both at the Sunday table, the merch table, and on the day of the concert. So that's it. I'm going to invite our practitioners and ministers to come on up. I always like to say, don't leave here with a heavy heart. Am I forgetting something? I hear rumbling. Am I forgetting something? Okay. Don't leave here with a heavy heart. If you would like prayer, if you would like these beautiful beings to know the truth for you of God's abundance and goodness, please come up and ask them. And let's do our benediction. After me, please. I give thanks for this thing called life.
I give thanks for this thing called life.
Life is in my mind. Life is in my body.
Body.
Life is in my affairs.
Life in my affairs.
I accept it.
Accept it.
I bless it. And I share it. Just the way it appears. And just the way it appears not. Thank you, life. So it is. Take it away, Andy.
I am a light. I am a light. I am a light in this world. I am a light. I am a light. I am a light in this world. And I shine. And I I shine, and I shine so bright. You are a light, you are a light, you are a light in this world. You are a light, you are a light, you are a light in this world. And you shine, and you shine, and you shine so bright. And you shine, and you shine, and you shine so bright. For the world, we are a light, we are a light, we are a light in this world. We are a light, we are a light, we are a light in this world. And we shine, and we shine, and we shine so bright. And we shine, and we shine, and we shine so bright. We shine, 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 we shine.